Hey, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honor to the apostle, and the great millstone. Peace and blessing to you, our Christians, true throughout the four winds. I was just reading the book of James and moved by the Spirit to do a video. Hope it's edifying. Okay, I'm going to just start at the beginning of the chapter. This is James chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. Okay, so right here we see, man, when you fall into hell, when you're catching hell, count it all joy. Okay, look at it as a good thing when you're falling into situations that were set before you to make you a better Israelite man. Okay, it says knowing this. So now that we know how we're supposed to conduct ourselves, and even though it may seem tough when you get in that situation, it says that the trying of your faith worketh patience. So your faith is being tried, and that's going to make you a patient person, because the Lord is, his time is dealt with differently than our time. Okay, so it may seem like we go through things along, you know what I'm saying, and the timing is long that it lasts, but it's really not that long, you know what I'm saying, because we're dealing with the Lord's time here. All right, so that brings forth patience. Okay, that's where patience comes in. So we may get to a point now where we're in Jacob's troubles, and it's like long suffering. That patience is long suffering. So when we're going through these things, and we show patience, we get in time like Jacob's troubles, and there may not be no food to eat or nothing of that nature. We'll have patience to understand that the things we're doing, and we've been conditioned and molded to last through that situation. Okay, it says but let patience have her perfect work. So you got to be patient. We have to be patient in what we're doing. All right, and that's going to build us up. It says that ye may be perfect and entire. So that means entirely perfect in your patience and in your faith, because you know the Lord's going to make a way, but our patience and our timing is what really makes the whole situation what it is. Okay, when we understand, okay, boom, that's it. We know the Lord coming, so our patience is going to basically make us and mold us to having an understanding of it's going to be over. Okay, it's no different from us waiting on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We're being patient here. Okay, and we haven't even seen anything yet. Okay, it says if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it should be given him. All right. So liberally, simply, openly, frankly, sincerely. So when the Lord gives things, he simply gives you the truth. Okay, that's why it says brethren. So it's Israelite men, and these things has to be given to the point to where this is understood. Okay, it's an understood thing. So it says bountifully, liberally. So the Lord gives it, and hey, it is what it is. It's simple. Everything can be understood. Okay? And it says, and unbraideth not. And like unbraideth, it says to reproach, to unbraid. Like if you look at braids on the head, for example, it means they're locked down. It's a pattern that's shaped. You have to get this, then you get that, then you get that, and it's all locked down. So when you get it, don't try to undo it, because it was formed that way in the structure that it needed to be for that reason. Okay, some people get faith and patience and wisdom and knowledge and understanding in a different light. Okay, it's going to be, it's like if you look at a braid in the head. Now, I mean, just to elaborate on what I'm saying, just to make it a little simpler to understand. Okay, if you look at a braid on the head, it's all going to be a braid. The head may be shaped different. Okay, the braids may have zigzags in some, but we know that the foundation is the head, and that braid is going to go the same way, all of them, but some of them may be different. Okay, so that's what we need to understand. That's why it says unbraideth not. So it's going to be the truth through the Spirit, but some people just get it in different forms than others. Okay, it says, but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. So you have to, when you ask in the light of knowing, I believe this is going to happen. Okay, I believe this is going to happen. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with wind and tossed. That means you're unstable. That means you don't really believe it, but you're just asking for it. Don't ask for faith for a sport. All right? Don't do nothing with the Lord for a sport. If you do it, be sincere with it. All right? Don't be to and fro. 1 minute I believe, the next minute it's like, I'm not even worried about it. You know? Keep a constant mindset. It says, for let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. So if you come in and you already halfway doubting, don't think the Lord gonna hear your prayer and you're gonna receive nothing. You're not gonna get no wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because you don't believe. That's the foundation of everything, your faith. First of all, if you're asking, you must have faith in your heart that he's going to answer you, because you desire it. But you have to constantly move with that energy. It says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted. Okay, so when you pray and you ask for something, basically already have the mind frame that it's happened already. Even if you're in a low state, when you ask for something, believe that it's happened already. Okay, it says, but the rich, and that he is made low. So if somebody has money, when they pray, they have to humble themselves. Okay, you have to be humbled. All right. So because as the flower of the grass, he shall pass away. You see that? The flower of the grass, he shall pass away. Everything has its season. Everything happens in due time. Okay? For the sun is no sooner risen with a burning heat. It's a time for that to happen. Okay? But it withereth the grass. Okay? It withereth the grass, the sun. So you have to realize that these are seasonal things. You got to understand, when you pray and you have faith and you get these things, you have to understand it's going to be a certain time that they're given to you. You can't pray and say, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I want this. I want wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But you can't expect to obtain it like an elder the next day. You have to wait for that time. Okay? It says, let me see. It says, and the flower thereof falleth, and the grace of the fashion of it perisheth. So it has its beautiful stages when it's there. It says, so also shall the rich man fade away in his ways. So that rich man in his ways, like, you have to be real humble. If you have riches, you have to show humility. Okay? It say, blessed is the man that endureth temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Okay, and we know how we love him, keeping his laws and doing his will. All right. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High. For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. That's Satan's job. Okay? So, we see the process. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust. So this is the process of sin. This is when you lose focus, and you lose sight of things. When you're tempted, then you're drawn away by this heavy desire. That's a spirit over you. It says, and enticed. Now you're enticed, and it's kind of like being a kid and you want a toy and your parents don't want to buy it for you. Let's say you go in a store. You have a strong desire in your mind to want that toy. Okay? And then you start formulating a plot on how can I get it, being that they don't want to buy it. And you wind up stealing it. It says, and entice, then when lust hath conceived. So it gets so heavy that you say, I gotta have this toy. It said it's conceived. Then when lust is conceived, basically, conceive means push forward. When it's birthed, when it's put out there, it bringeth forth sin. Okay? And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. That's the wages of sin, death. But it all started with a thought process in your mind. Okay? It says, do not err, my beloved brethren. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights. Okay? With whom is no variableness. It's one. Okay? It's not a variety of truths. It's one. All right? It says, neither shadow of turning. This truth is one. It moves in one body. Okay? One understanding. All right? Neither shadow of turning. That means it's not going to be today is Christianity, tomorrow is Islam. No, it's going to be one thing, and it's constantly going to be that one thing. This is for Israel, and this is for Israel alone. No man disannulleth this. Okay? It says, of his own will beget he us with the word of truth. With his own. Okay? That we should be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. That's the chosen. It's never changed. It just told you right there it's not going to change. It's not going to be a variety. Okay? It's going to be one. Simple. It says, wherefore, My beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear and slow to speak, slow to wrath. Okay? It says swift to hear. So you got to want to hear. And not only do you want to hear, you got to want to jot down notes, everything. Make a mental picture of what's going on. Okay? It says, slow to speak. Just listen. Just simply listen. And these are keys to you getting wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? It says, for the wrath of a workman, for the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High. So you can't be used if you're constantly angry. Don't get passion confused with anger. Okay, the Lord needs you to be in the mind frame of being able to bring the point out of the truth, but doing it in a manner and a light that you can have a dialogue with someone. Okay? Not, yeah, fuck you, yada, yada, yada. Like, that's not the attitude to go in there with. All right? It says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. So you got to approach this thing humbly. You got to approach this thing in a mind frame of humility, wanting to learn, being quiet. Ask questions if you need to ask questions, but don't think you know something and you don't. And this is what's going to save your soul. It says, but be ye doers of the word and not hearers only. So now when you get all this information, you have to pass it forth just like it was passed to you. This is a job. Okay? You're just doing, all you're doing is a resume. And that resume is going to have to be turned in. Okay? It says, deceiving your own souls, your own selves. And that's what you don't want to do. Be led away by yourself, thinking that no one can lead you. All right? For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is likened to a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. It's like you're looking at yourself in the mirror, or you have everything lined up on how you're supposed to be. So you're lined up on how you're supposed to be, and then all of a sudden you just forget. Okay? That looking glass, you see, this is what I am, this is what I'm supposed to be. But as soon as you leave that, what happens? You forget. You know why? You know why you forget? Because you weren't doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. And the best thing of this is practice makes perfect. If you know what you're supposed to be doing, if you're an Israelite and you say, okay, I've learned, so now I must teach. So if you don't teach, then all that you've learned, you're not going to remember because you're not putting it into action. All right? It says, but whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. If any man among you seem to be religious, and bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, that man's religion is vain. Okay? And to put a bridle, like it's like something you control. Like I know you put them on a horse in their mouth, you know, and you turn them certain ways, and that's where they're going to go. So your words have guidance to them. So you need to have a muzzle on you at all times when you speak, because you don't want to be leading no one astray. But it says the person that does this, his religion is vain. Okay? And religion is that which consists of ceremonies. A ceremony is something you do. Okay? So if Pentecostals shave their facial hair and only wear long sleeve clothing, we know that's false. Okay? First of all, they aren't even Israelites. All right? So it says religious discipline, religion. So the things that they're doing, it must be out of spirit and truth. Simple. Otherwise, their religion is vain. And it's a ceremony, a formal act or event that is part of a social or religious occasion. So this is what people do in church every single Sunday. That's why I said, if any man among you seem to be religious. So if this person is wearing something and saying it, and it's not the oracles of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, what he believes in is vanity. All right. It says pure religion is undefiled before the Most High, and the Father is this: to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction and keep himself unspotted from the world. That's true religion. Pure religion. Not being affected. The world loves church. Okay? The world loves Christianity. That's defiled. So that's not of the Most High. Okay, I hope this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the Apostle Nelson Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to you, I can push truth throughout the four winds. Shalom.